Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, welcome to John and Dylan Online, a show where two gross comedians poorly
Oh,
research parts of internet history. My name is Dylan Gott. John Hastings just freshly watched the subject of our show, Two Girls, One Cup, baby. Woo! I forgot. It's all good up until they start barfing in each
I
other's
have to actually tell you, it's manageable up until the barf. It's not good. First of all, let me say this. So much closer to the asshole than I was ever suspecting we were getting. Can we just talk about that cameraman deserves an Oscar? Because
he's right in there.
like
Well, this isn't the first. All right. What do you think, Turgo? Like, here, I guess some questions you can ask me now that I'm a Two Girls, One Cup expert.
Yes, I was
going
to say, so for this episode, I have done no research. I am coming in ironically clean, but immediately getting dirty, which is
so
the slogan
dirty
of this show. Come in clean.
It's funny because you can't even fucking.
Oh,
I forgot the part of the reaction video is that you see the video, they see you, and you see the video, and I just kind of shared screened on the video. So we're gonna. So I'm gonna have to blur out the screen while
you're blur out the
John
screen
screams.
and I didn't. First of all, I was not prepared for the fact that I thought I was about to vomit. I was so much closer to throwing up than I was ever thought I was going to be, and also I was looking around. I had nothing to throw up in except for there was a pretty empty drawer, and my thought was, all right, if you're gonna honk, get that doc. There's like two pieces of paper in there. Get them out of there. Honk in the drawer. Take that drawer outside. Throw it down the hill. You know what I mean? Like just.
Oh yeah.
Woo. Okay. I have no idea what that was, but I am assuming that's the type of porn that you keep on the other side of a locked door is where that comes from. And I assume I'm about to learn that that's what pays for the Bang Bus. You know what I mean? The Bang Bus has been losing money since 2004.
No, it's not. This
but
is
what
like
makes money is oh God. First of all, the shit was so wet, such wet, healthy shits. Like, where are they getting smoothies?
Those healthy.
Like, those were healthy, big shits.
Actually, not that nutrient rich because I have a child, so I look at shit all day. So this does not phase me. Very
That's
not
a good point. I
nutrient
actually
rich.
have to tell you because I was very impressed. Because I have to tell you, I don't have the best. I'm all right with
The barfing is like, okay, you're gonna barf.
That gets me.
The barfing is gonna. So if you haven't seen Two Girls, One Cup, please watch it and send us a reaction video because I fucked up on showing that to John.
Quick question, Dylan. Has your son ever done a shit that's made you throw up?
No.
Has he come close?
No. Here's the weird thing is once people start eating food that we eat, that's when it gets fucking disgusting. But if you're just like, remember how like vegans in the mid 2000s would always be like, my poop just slides out of me and I pooped, it wiped itself, I'm wearing pants on, the poop is outside of my pants, nothing happened.
I tried to fuck girls with dreadlocks too, man. I had these conversations. Go ahead.
So vegans are like that, but it's true. Like when he was just eating like emulsified carrots, it was like it kind of smelled sweet. It was like, all right. But then as soon as it was like this guy got near a cheeseburger and it's like, yeah, this guy got drunk last night. Like,
oh my God, you have draft beer? Ooh, that's good stuff.
So if you're listening to this, you do want to know about what happened between those crew girls and that one cup. And I'm about to fucking tell you, John.
I also say this, by the way, very little cup. It should be very two girls, one cone. Or two girls, one treat, if we're totally honest.
Don't start making these goddamn jokes, John.
Why? Because I assume the story.
The amount of unfunny jokes. The only thing worse than watching Two Girls, One Cup were the amount of awful puns that followed it in 2008.
I go to the Edinburgh Festival still, and I guarantee there will be a Two Girls, One Cup pun in that brochure right now. It is 2023. I stake my reputation.
16 years ago, by the way. 16 years ago, this hit.
So you're telling me the age that one of those women was in that video is now the age of this video?
Oh, these women are still doing. There's an article that claims that one girl died after this. That is not true. They are both still doing. One of these, no, one of them isn't. But the guy who made this wife still does scat play videos, and he has like a whole fucking. His website is just pissed.
The phrase, I'm going to say this right.
There's one called belly punching that I don't want to look at.
Oh, God.
Belly punching, I guarantee, isn't good.
What happens when you hit the end of the line with scat porn? You know what I mean? Like, you know, because we all started just jacking it to the idea of a bra, and then, smash cut to it's just you hear it, and you're like, all right. What happens when you
Oh,
start
yeah.
being like snooze fest to like a porno video called like Log Time featuring Allison? Like when you're like snore fest. What moves
This
on
is
there?
why I think that when people are like fucking can't say anything nowadays, like 16 years ago, I saw two women eat shit and then
Dylan, write
puke in
that
each other's mouths.
Dylan, write
And
that down as a
then,
stand-up
no, no,
premise.
no.
That is
And
the
then in
funniest thing I've ever heard.
2011, they US government was like, that's fine. They were in the process of charging a lot of these people who do shit videos with oh my god, with
Indecency. Yes, it
obscenity.
was
Yes.
obscenity. There was a bunch of US laws. I remember this because I was a Howard Stern fan, and it was a very interesting thing at this time because Howard Stern very briefly was like, we got to champion these guys, and they had like one of the men on once, and his name was like Piss John or like Exotic Joe or something like that, and he talked to him, and he was like, yeah, that guy's too creepy. We are not supporting that movement anymore. Lady Howard Stern fans, disavow. And it was so like, yep, even that man found his limit, and his limit was the guy who's like, you got to piss in their mouths so they can taste the success. And you're like, okay, well, suicide is the only answer now.
Oh, they all have the exact same video. Like every single one of these guys thinks is good to shit. Like it's just like shit, piss, and whatever else, and then they play like classical music over it. That's every single video.
Wow. I mean, I got to tell you, because I assume the people that are watching this are that very thin loner that you saw at church when you had to go to church with one of your weird relatives. Like we go to church on Christmas Eve, and there's that like one guy who's in a suit, and you're like, and that's who I imagine who's like, oh, two girls, one cup.
It's a really cool thing. So it was 2007, and my also
skin
I
is
figured
cold
out
as a result of that video. I would like everyone to know my skin feels cold. I hate this. I hate it. My skeleton feels bad. I want to kill myself. Oh my god,
dude, don't worry about it. I want to get you or do a reaction video to One Guy One Cup. Actually, I wouldn't do that to you.
I have. Is that the guy who has the jar break off in his ass?
Yeah. That one I was showed. I was like, this isn't even fun.
I heard the audio of that and it hurt. It made my skin crawl.
Yeah.
The audio.
Thinking about it now is one of the worst things I've done.
There is a podcast that makes me truly believe that Kevin Smith, the filmmaker, is capable of murdering a man because he does a detailed description of that video, and in no way does he seem affected by it. And you're like, bro,
that's too much.
It's too much.
This is
it's
the
time
thing.
For Silent
also,
Bob to be silent. Go ahead.
This is what people always do too. Like Two Girls One Cup for some reason was right on the line, and the reason why it's okay is it's literally two consenting women doing this.
I don't
and it's over the top. No, dude, these women are in like all right. This is a network.
At some point in these women's lives, they were inside a shipping container, and a man in a balaclava walked in and pointed, you. Like that.
They are Brazilian, so I guarantee it's like, well, it's either lick our own shit or go into the favelas. So maybe that's it.
It's lick our own shit, or I don't know enough about Brazilian politics to do a salient topical reference. Damn it,
Bolsonaro.
Dylan.
You don't know about Bolsonaro?
I know about Bolsonaro.
Say something about Bolsonaro. Just say anything. You fucked it up now, but you could have said just anything. Oh, Bolsonaro's asshole.
Yeah, but let's just hang out in Florida and just get a lot of photos with Kid Rock and Conor McGregor. Let me just say this about Conor McGregor. The documentary about that guy's downfall is going to be fucking crazy. This period of time is the most cocaine I've ever seen a celebrity be.
Oh, yeah. He showed up to Miami in a red shirt. As of this video, of course, we're recording this months ahead of time. As of this video, one of the greatest... They, for some reason, released footage of the woman who accused Conor McGregor of sexual assault, and they shouldn't have, because Conor McGregor's fans are Conor McGregor's fans, and why would they do that? Why would you do that? Anyway.
I completely agree, and I couldn't, when I read that they were like, the footage has been released of the woman who, and I was like, well, that poor woman is about to have a lot of rude things said about her on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like the amount of, like, Conor McGregor basically stole Ric Flair's identity, plus Donald Trump's just like, I didn't though. Like it's the great. Like, if and when Conor McGregor decides to run for the Taoiseach of Ireland, that's what Prime Minister is there. I don't care for it's a hard word to say, right? Say Taoiseach.
Taoiseach.
I don't care for saying it. It hurts it hurts the mouth. Anyway, I feel like Ireland could really, really step it up in terms of being talked about in the world if Conor McGregor was just the PM for 4 years, and I think he could do it.
Yeah, he's one of the worst people ever.
Oh my god,
you know what he is? He's not. Here's why he's a great piece of shit. Is because he's not racist. He's just like a sexist guy from your hometown.
Yeah, he's not racist. He's just he is just.
Well, actually, no, he's multiple violent sexual assaults. I take that back.
Yeah, which very good point. Very good point. Dylan Gott, everyone. Let's all write that down. What day was it? It was the 2 Girls 1 Cup episode. Dylan Gott's defense of Conor McGregor, but not a racist. Sure is a rapist.
No one can be
not
fun.
a racist.
No one's. You know who the only fun piece of shit that we have left is Chet Hanks. But even he had some accusations against him by an ex, so that sucks.
Here's what I'm saying.
We can't even have Chet Hanks.
Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold's making a comeback. Tom Arnold's doing a lot of stand-up in LA. I think
No one cares about stand-up in LA, John. We're talking about Chet Hanks, bro.
I'm saying that Tom Arnold, I think, is on his way to being the scumbag comeback. He needs something to go viral on TikTok, like him dropping a smoothie on his foot or something like that. And then I think he could be the fun doofus we've all been looking for on the internet that doesn't end up in like, oh God, what has he done? Oh, this Adam 22 guy. Oh, what do you mean he just posted on message boards and made podcasts so much until he's famous, and he has a weird version of Mark Maron's show where he has sex with people with his wife? Yeah, I don't think this is going to end badly at all for the of course. Yeah.
Here's my favorite thing about Chet Hanks. There's a show called Z-Way where all she does is try and ask people questions that like put them in a corner. And Chet Hanks was on it, and she asked him a bunch of very smart, very damning questions, and he was like, yeah, though. And then even the cameraman and sound people are laughing so hard that they have to leave it in the show. Like, they're like, yes, this man is a very like he's everything you would hate, like a privileged son of a millionaire, but also he's pretty cool and I want to hang out with him. Anyway, here's you want to know what this generation's Frankenstein is 2 Girls 1 Cup, because people are like, I watched 2 Girls 1 Cup, and I'd be like, actually, the name of the movie is Hungry Bitches.
Oh, God damn you!
It's actually the monster's name is called Frankenstein. That's the name of the scientist. That's my version of.
Yeah, he's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, so that's good. Also,
Hungry Bitches. I thought it was Hungry Gals, which makes sense that it would not be
Gals. You thought it was a Hungry Gals. You thought a Brazilian man made a shit video called Hungry Gals.
I assume he thought gal meant toilet, but yes.
You lived in England too long. You're using their silly words.
I do that on purpose because it annoys Canadian comedians in such a specific way that I really enjoy, because you guys all become your dads.
What, trousers?
What are you doing saying those words?
It's true. They're bad words.
No, shut the fuck up, you fucking Canadians. Go have an explanation.
Ooh, it's pavement. I want the pavement do. It's version 1.0, bro.
That is an offense. You say sidewalk? What the fuck is this? Oh, it's on the pavement? Everything's made of that, you fucks.
There you go. What's another dumb one they have anyway? Hungry Bitches, bro. No, we and John are only talking about this because I'm going to fucking make this with John. I'm gonna fucking shit in his mouth. And you know what the great thing would be? We would do 2 Girls 1 Cup, and like, you know how everyone's like,
we'd be too busy.
I can't say that, I get canceled. No one would care. It'd be like a video of me and you shitting in each other's mouths and making out in it, and it would have 186 views.
Gonna say this is such a good
sharing it like, hey, I think I gotta put some money behind this because someone needs to see the video of me and John shitting and pissing in each other's mouth.
Do you know what's so fucked up about the millennial generation? Is that so bear this in mind. This came out in 2008. The entire world
2007, bitch.
2007. Okay, right before the world enters into an economic collapse.
This caused it.
The millennial generation was like, yo, let's see these bitches fucking shit in each other's mouth. Do you know how this spread? This spread because people were like, you know what's really fun? Show this video to your friends and they will fucking hate it.
Okay, so let's actually start talking about it, or I'm just going to rattle off some stuff.
Tell me, I would like you to know more about these hungry bitches, and can we send them some food? Actually, I don't want to because they'll end up having to eat the shit.
Hey, buddy, they're so into it now. It's like, you know what the funny thing about it is?
They are into it.
Dude, this guy, Marco Fiorto, owns a website. He changed the name of it after 2 Girls 1 Cup, got a bunch of the government tried to stop it, and then there was a guy. I'll read ahead because I'm forgetting his name. Anyway,
imagine this guy is running from American troopers and he's hiding in the Brazilian jungles, And like there's other guerrilla fighters and they're like, what are you running from the government for, comrade? And they're like, we believe in the workers' rights and that each person should be allocated equal human rights. What about you, brother Marco? I pay women to shit in cups and then eat it, and they evidently don't like that. Get the fuck out of our jungle. Get the fuck out of here.
100%. There's no way he pays. He's like, I give women.
Yeah. I give them dinner. I give them
interest
dinner.
interest in the company. You can have $40 or you can have a 10% stake, and then this actually made money. And he's like, fuck.
No.
Okay, here we go. 1994. This is from Marco Fiorito.
Are you
I
telling me
became
he struggled?
interested.
Okay, go ahead. I will stop interrupting.
I'm sure there's no struggling. I'm sure it's just like people are just waiting for this, and then he makes it.
Oh, I hope you're fucking wrong, but I know you're right. Like, I know that if this was a door that he opened on the other side,
man,
were 100 guys that looked like us.
I know you don't want to hear this, but Marco Fiorito, we probably have a lot more in common with him than we do with our own mothers.
Go ahead.
Because we're like, yeah, man, it's hard to run a small business.
Certainly is. Oh, we could definitely, yeah. I got to tell you, the overhead costs of the internet, they just don't change. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird things. Why do I have to?
Yeah, that was the thing. When it got the original site that hosted this broke even on the server costs because no one's gonna like donate. Hey, man, you look like you need money. It's just all people going like, ah.
Yeah, I like how QAnon gets a fucking crowdfunder to get them some web hosting, but people, the actual artists of the internet, people out there, finding women to shit in each other's mouth. Oh, I can see it still. Oh, I hate today. I hate it. I can.
It's not like, here's the thing is, it's not, anyway, we'll talk about it later. In 1994, I became interested in producing films and on my own. I learned the art of filmmaking. Because, oh, by the way, all these shit and piss people think they're auteurs. I'll continue. In 1996, I started a business with my wife, Joelma Brito Fiorito, who used the artistic name Letitia Miller. The business was producing fetish films. At that time, my wife and I did everything. We were the actors, the producers, as well as the filming. Sometimes we hired other people to operate the camera. We made these films to sell. When we started, the only films that we made were about feet fetishes. So his wife does mostly foot fetish stuff. Okay,
so I want to ask you a question. You're a married man? All right, tell me more about these hungry bitches.
So here's what I'm doing. What I am doing is literally so there's a bunch of stuff on the internet about Two Girls, One Cup. If you want to know in detail, one of the best resource for Two Girls, One Cup stuff, and it's a very well-written article, which is very funny because most of these articles are like, yo, you remember this? Fuck off. It's called Mel Magazine. I'll link it in Two Girls, One Cup, an investigation into the web's shittiest mystery, and it is written by, and I want to credit this man because he did an amazing job, Miles Klee. So Miles Klee, if
God
for some
bless
reason
Miles Klee for using his full real name for putting this out there. Miles Klee, we speak.
Miles Klee did an amazing job. He interviews all of the people that like the major viral videos. There's one lady who I would never forgive my child for this. This one lady just showed this to her grandma without any context for what it was, and now no one can show her anything off of the internet. Like,
imagine you grew up in the Depression. Like, you remember a time where if you were as a woman weren't wearing socks, a man was allowed to chase you down the street with a knife to cut off your foot, and your child's child shows you a Brazilian's inside of her colon
on the other hand,
something you can't comprehend. What is this for? That would be like saying to me, it's for the dream time.
Oh, don't worry, Grandma. I'm going to show this for free to people.
Yeah, don't worry, Grandma. I am going to make no money off of this and then be featured in some BuzzFeed articles in about 10 years.
I just be like saying constantly, this is why Grandpa killed people in the war. He did it so I can show you this. Anyway, Fiorito goes on in detail about how he placed ads for the video in the newspaper, took calls from customers, and told them what they had in stock, personally delivering whatever they ordered, 100% personally delivering. There's no way. You're not mailing this stuff. And collecting his money on the spot.
What's your address? When will you mail it? I'm not mailing it. I'm going to drive this over, bro. It's a video of me shitting on my wife. Like, we're not letting the postman maybe see this, dude.
Only when Croce began, so he gets a partner, pardon me, 1 second, Dylan Croce, and Dylan Croce starts helping him sell the videos, and that's when it becomes a bit bigger. Croce had to pay a fine of $98,000 and returned to Brazil for 3 years of unsupervised probation. Just basically get the fuck out of our goddamn country.
I really respect that. I respect that so much. That is, what are you guilty of? Guilty of getting the fuck out. Let's go. Woo, woo, woo.
Also, old Miles tries to look for the Danilo Croce. He can't find him, but he finds a Facebook profile he's pretty sure is Marco Fiorto because it has had a bunch of fucking sick ass pictures of foot shit on it. Because foot, you can just show foot stuff.
I gotta tell you, foot stuff really creeps me out. There is there's more than one comedian that really into feet, and it is the creepiest thing to be near when someone's like, yo, that girl's wearing sandals, and you want to be like, yo, you're a fucking weirdo. Like, I guess everyone who wears a fedora is kind of weird.
Wait a minute,
it?
you're coming down on the feet people? You just
I'm
watched
not-
two women eat shit, and now you're like, hey, the feet people.
I'm coming down on feet people when you are trying to get ready for a set of stand-up comedy. They always want to just talk to you about some stranger's foot, and it's so weird because you can't. Not everyone's a foot person. Don't assume. That's really weird. Same problem with prostitute dudes. Always assume everyone's a prostitute dude. We are not. There was a guy that I've done the same comedy club as, and he's like, there's a great escort service in that town. And I was like, man, you brought this up to me 3 times. Every time I'm still going to get really awkward about it.
Fiorto has to, what do you call it? He has
Flee
to
from the
pivot.
law.
Well, he has to do that, and it was called MFX, Marco Fiorto's X-rated movies. Now it's called New MFX, and it's just got a bunch of.
How are they going to crack this code? You know what I mean? They've abandoned the MFX offices. Across the street, there's a new company called NMFX. Can't have anything to do with that.
So there's like, obviously there's the regular porn, and then there's scat, fapped, trample, spit, piss, carry, new vomit, kiss, foot fetish.
Kiss is the one that concerns me, and new vomit. New vomit. That's a
new vomit is good because that implies there's old vomit.
Yeah, that's correct. That also implies that there's stale vomit. That implies that there's also vomit purists. Enough of this new vomit. It's supposed to come out of a bowl.
It does suck that you can't get an interview with these people because, like,
it does not suck that we can't get an interview with these people. I'm
at Carla or Latifa because these in the current climate being as it is right now, people would be very accepting of whatever they had to say.
Certainly. But I would really like if it turned out that they were like, oh, it was our idea and we did it to shock the world. Like, I would be
imagine I showed you two girls, one cup. You want to see the write-up? Do you want to see do you remember the write-up that was on it?
Bring it out. What are you
Here's the write-up. So this is twogirlsonecup.ca, baby. Woo! Although it's hosted in California, so loser.
Damn it.
So they probably think it means .California. This is the write-up above Two Girls, One Cup. It's a very classic internet site where it exists, carries just this video. Anyway, the original uncensored and uncut Two Girls, One Cup, the Two Girls, One Cup video is a trailer for the artistic film Hungry Bitches, made by MFX Media. The daring work is an allegory for the concept of spiritual awakening. It examines the prevalent ideologies that are internalized in our culture in its true postmodern form. The thematic piece tends to raise more questions than answers. The philosophical film has varying interpretations, which is why the Two Girls, One Cup film is still analyzed and debated about to this day.
Okay, that was written by Marco for sure. And goddamn it, this guy should do copy for Edinburgh Fringe shows.
John's gonna watch it again, but with his glasses at the end of his nose because he is studying.
Oh, I didn't realize that this involved pathos.
Oh yeah, there's also Two Girls, One Cup of podcast. Oh yeah, fuck, there was Two Girls, One Cup shit in when I did Edinburgh. There was like Two Girls, One Cup of comedy. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I think I've also seen like they're
Two Guys, One Podcast.
Oh, I think I have seen that. I know I've also seen a lot of it like used like also with woke for puns, like two blokes, one woke. Oh,
And here's my favorite thing is when the because we did a wrestling podcast before this, and there was a stare not before this episode, but like before we did this
this
show.
podcast is a sequel to a wrestling podcast. Yeah, same amount of scat talk, not nearly the same amount of scat video.
Yeah, at least there's context this time. So wrestling, when we did wrestling, they tried to charge Vince McMahon with steroids through the steroid trial, like basically selling steroids, and he is guilty, but just they charged him with the wrong thing. Like he's guilty
Correct.
of crimes. They just charged him with the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And this happens in Two Girls One Cup space with Ira Isaacs, because Ira Isaacs gets charged under obscenity with Two Girls One Cup, but he didn't make it. They're just like, this guy did it. Like they don't, when the government charges people when it's like reactionary like this, they just do it all of a sudden. Yeah, and they're just like, this guy did it, and they throw the whole weight of the government after him. So it's like, even though this guy, he did do titles such as Gangbang Horse or Marco's First Time Scat, but not Two Girls One Cup.
Well, a man has to know his limits. You know what I mean, Dylan?
And then Gawker reports that he's going to jail for Two Girls One Cup, and the headline was Two Girls One Cup, 4 years in jail. What a loser!
I gotta tell you, I really miss Gawker. They were fucking great.
I'm pumped that Hogan took him down, buddy.
I mean, that was fucking crazy. He leg drugged the Giant, and he leg drugged Andre the Giant and Andre the Gawker. Come on, baby. And take that, Goldberg. You talking about a streak?
And this is such a funny, like, because Ira Isaacs really wants to talk about like borderline take credit for Two Girls One Cup,
so
even though he didn't make it.
Ira Isaacs. So I assume he is the distributor.
He's another guy who
States.
makes shit videos.
Oh, he's just another guy who makes shit videos, and the government just Googled who makes shit videos, and they're like, arrest him. Well, it was 2007, so they Yahoo'd who makes scat films back before you could do private search. So all their wives thought they were into scat for a bit, and then they just arrest. Yeah. Also, Ira. What a really misleading name for a perv. You know what I mean? Because Ira seems like he's the manager of a grocery store, not the manager of a scat warehouse.
The only Ira I've ever heard of before this is Ira Glass, who basically invented improv. So I gotta say, this checks all the boxes for me.
I mean, no, Ira Glass did not almost invent improv. He invented storytelling podcasts, which is same joke, just much worse, much more guaranteed of the joke you were making, which is being history's worst, greatest monster.
Yeah. Touchy, you're young.
Yeah. Oh, what were the 2000s like? Well, we were completely oblivious that every single improv school was kind of just some sort of like kind of, you know how like fur coats are kept in freezers? It was like that for 30-year-olds wanting to date 19-year-olds.
Oh man, there's got to be. We've tasted so little of the world. There's got to be that, but different parts other than comedy. Anyway, so basically he's asked, Ira Isaacs for this article is asked, shit videos. What's the deal, brah? And then he starts mentioning Marcel Duchamp and James Joyce. Not that I'm anything like them. And then he argues that cultural norms have frequently been at odds with explorative envelope pushing art.
I went to university not with Ira, but with these kind of Ira guys. Mm-hmm. There was this one guy named...
What is he like in his legal experience too?
Jesus. I guarantee he likened it to
Kafka's The Trial.
Fuck, of course he did. God damn it. You know who else I'm like? George Orwell in 1984. He wasn't in 1984. He wrote the book 1984. It fucking drives me crazy when people say that.
Oh, buddy. This guy, he also went to jail for 2 years, which he said wasn't that bad.
That's my new favorite thing, by the way. And it's very much like a recent addition where people are like, yeah, I went to jail and it wasn't even that scary. And then it was like, wait, you're saying that like someone who was like really scared the whole time though. And he's like, well, no, I wasn't. I didn't cry a bunch. And you're like, you did though. And you're like, no, John. My cellmate was Tommy Chong. He didn't make me worried.
There was a guy who I knew who went to jail for a long time, and he came out and he was like, yeah, it's normal. But then it's like he thought jail was normal now. So anytime someone would like take his seat, be like, that's my fucking seat. And he's like, yeah, I'm normal. I don't know. It's just everyone else doesn't respect that it's my fucking seat. Like,
It's like this. I have a friend who was he was just a real drug dealer for too much of his life. So he just doesn't know how to exist in real society. For example, one time he got into a long discussion with a mutual friend of ours. And at the end of the discussion, he was just like, hey, man, this is really fun. They shook hands. And then my friend just poured a bunch of cocaine in the other guy's palm and was like, you enjoy that, and just left the bar. So, yeah, sometimes your environments, they really change you. Much like how I assume producing scat films changed Ira and Marco. And we'll be after this break talking about the cultural impact of Two Girls, One Cup. And I'll probably have scraped my eyes out with sandpaper. Dylan, I fucking hate you. And I hate that we did this. I can't not see. Probably drinking coffee throughout all of this was a bad idea. Anyway.
This is one of our more comprehensive episodes, though. More after the break.
Oh, I hate it. I fucking hate you.
We are back, baby.
All right,
John,
so
let's talk about a little bit of things around Two Girls, One Cup. Here's the main thing. First of all, people say it's fake, which is very funny because that Marco Fiorto guide was just like, yeah, it's fake. Yeah, it's fake. What he was being charged, he's like, it's fake. It's peanut butter or whatever you guys think. I shoved, which is so funny because people think that it's like, oh yeah, they just fucking took what do you call it? They took a turkey baster and sprayed so much peanut butter up this girl's butt.
Yeah, the thing is also they're always like, they took some food and put it in her asshole. It's like, it's still in a person's asshole. And it's like, yeah, but it's not processed human shit. It's like, all right, still not great. Also, I liked how some of the evidence of it being faked, from what I recall, is someone was like, they eat it out of an ice cream cone. Like, you can't shit on an ice cream. I've shit in an ice cream cone, everybody. All right. Dylan, so how did this become a cultural phenomenon? This is my question. How did this leap from two nice ladies enjoying lunch and earning no money to a nonna being shown this? Like, how did that happen? Go ahead, explain.
Well, you remember I probably was one of the first people to show you fart porn.
I mean, one of the first and one of the last.
But I'm guarantee it's just people. First of all,
this is actually very true, because this was like the time of like that weird pterodactyl porn. Like, this is the weirdest internet. This is the pre-Rick rolling internet time, where every video, if you got emailed a link to a video on the internet, fucking bring a helmet.
Well, also, this is before the feed. Facebook changed the way the internet operated when they came up with the feed, because the feed essentially was television, like television, where you had you click and you accept what the feed gives you, right? And this was before the feed, so this is when people would just go on the internet, particularly college kids, and just be like, I wonder if there's porn about this, and then you just type it in. So it was like, probably what set this apart was it being insanely gross. Like, it's a minute of action packed.
Yeah,
it's action packed. It people eat each other's shit, and then it escalates, and it's in 1 minute, and the video is called Two Girls, One Cup, which is like, it'd be like someone less creative would have just been like, girls eat shit then puke in each other's mouths. No one watched that, but Two Girls, One Cup sounds so innocuous.
Exactly. What it basically does is they Tarantino'd porno, which is, it's like, oh, you're used to shooting and swearing. What if they're shooting and swearing and dancing? Like, that's exactly what Two Girls, One Cup is like, oh, do you like it when they dress as pterodactyls? Well, these two women are eating shit. Welcome to college, bitch. Like, it's just like,
well, and it's also the whole thing of like, I mean, I know, friend of the podcast, but also my personal enemy because of what he showed me, Garrett Jameson,
of course,
showed me a beheading video set to Benny Hill.
Yeah. Okay. This is
the time of like, this is what
we
this
don't
was
reflect on how dark our generation was coming out of university. Do you understand that everyone else coming out of university was trying to end wars, and we were like, yo, the fucking Taliban caught this guy hiking in Afghanistan, and they cut his fucking head off. You want to go get jobs at Starbucks? Like, right after we watch these two women eat their shit, we're 20. Like, oh god, what a dark group of people we were.
Oh yeah. Some of the, and then you get the celebrity reaction videos. Joe Rogan had a really crazy one, which was because like, what? And here's what the people didn't get about the reaction videos. There's a lot of celebrity reaction videos, like Wyclef Jean watches this while eating. Ace Frehley watched it on the Opening Anthony show and just said, I've seen crazier things on the road. And
I remember that's one of the weirdest appearances because that was the beginning of people realizing that I think America had a pill problem because he was fucked up in such a new and different way for the time where you were like, what's up with this guy? Because it just sounded like he was a statue. Like he was like, oh yeah, I've seen crazier shit than that on the road. And you're like, how is that the tone you're saying that in?
yeah, but this is what you did. Like I remember we did a show in Edinburgh where if you know got a bad joke, you had to get chopped by the wrestler Colt Cabana.
You didn't do a show. You did some time on Late and Live that was killing time because people always went short, and I would just make Colt Cabana chop people. But yes, but your good memory. Remembering my scam was the greatest thing ever.
Yes, but like the whole thing about getting chopped by the wrestler is you had to be like, it hurts.
Yeah.
But then some people like Ace Frehley or Wyclef Jean would watch it and be like, it's not that bad. And then it's like the whole thing is that you're disgusted by it, but you're trying to be like, I'm tough. I've seen girls shit. Then everyone just thinks like, I guess this guy's into watching women shit in each other's mouths. Like you're not tough.
That's such a great point. It's people misinterpreting what manliness is. It's like I've seen this a lot, and it's like you've seen a lot of women shit in each other's mouths and then throw up in each other's mouths, and it's like, yeah, like a lot. Like
you've seen
like
crazier,
that.
like Ace Frehley. You've seen crazier things that in 1 minute time, a woman not only shitting but shitting so well that she can shit in an ice cream cone perfectly, and then the other girl is nice enough to hold the shit perfectly in place, so then they can both get on each other's knees and lick the shit.
I want to rip
like
my eyes
it's
out.
Fucking what's that called? Lady and the Tramp.
I can see it and I hate you. I can still see it and I want to take this eye out and I want to throw it at the screen. And
that's how you're supposed to react, John. That's the theater of it. You're not supposed to be like, yeah, whatever, dog. One time I saw a murder poop.
The fact that there's a rumor that Wyclef Jean like embezzled billions of dollars from Haiti, the biggest piece of evidence that he did do that is the fact that he watched Two Girls, One Cup while eating pad thai, and he was like, I did this to Lauryn Hill and I wasn't even awake. Like, fuck.
Well, here's the thing about it too, is that fucking Coca-Cola references it in a 2010 promotional video for Dr. Pepper.
Shut the fuck up. Go ahead. Shut
the fuck
up.
Then immediately has to take it off because it's like, yeah, but that's how mainstream this was.
I also just want to point out that, like, because people right now, everything is like corporations are always co-opting movements, and it's like they always do. Like, I love that Coca-Cola was like, oh, are you having Pepsi with 2 girls and 1 cup?
Yeah, they don't. No. Also, Coca-Cola doesn't sell Pepsi, you big-headed dum-dum.
I only drink sparkling water because I'm fucking cool, bro. I don't know about soft drinks anymore. I'm only drink LaCroix.
So
unflavored.
It was obviously taken down and uploaded a bunch.
Yeah, of course. Like, wouldn't it be? Like, why wouldn't it be?
And someone claiming to be the creator of the site that hosted Two Girls, One Cup in 2007 told Reddit after scoring 32 million hits in 6 months while barely breaking even the server cost, they sold the domain for 6 figures.
That sounds about right. And who bought that? Who bought that domain, Dylan?
Dylan Gott.
That's right. It was Dylan Gott. Dylan Gott owns it. The Stouffville boy. He pooled money. He told everyone that they were buying a peach orchard, and instead they bought a scat film. And now it's the richest town in Southern Ontario.
Also, like, if people at this time in the internet were buying like BruceAlmighty.com and putting porn on it, of course they're going to buy Two Girls, One Cup and put porn on it.
Yeah. Guys, I have to say, it's crazy. This wasn't the golden age of the internet, but this was the brown age. Like, this was just when it was like, this was the weirdest type of lawless the internet's ever been. Because now the internet's just awful, but there's so many rules around it, which makes it even crazier. But at this point, it was like, if it wasn't Tub Girl or Lemon Party, it was Two Girls, One Cup. And I would also say Two Girls, One Cup felt like the culmination of this period of the internet, in that, like, this was a real time of like Tub Girl was that one was everywhere. And then of course there was the nightmare that is Two Girls, One Cup. But then after this, the reaction videos really, they pivoted to you reacted to the trailer of a new movie, which, let's be totally honest, once again, consumerism ruins everything.
Well, Tub Girl is different because like Tub Girl's clearly fucking Photoshop. Two Girls One Cup is all
Disagree.
money, baby.
Oh no, Tub Girl is. Oh, that one also just got me. Let's stop talking about this. I'm going to throw up in my own mouth. I'm so close to being sick. I hate this. So, what was the fallout? What are they now doing? Where are
The
these
fallout?
women?
There's no fallout. The fallout was it ruled and it was the
That's
best.
true. Yeah, the fallout was fucking eating shit's cool. I would like to ask some questions.
Okay.
When was the first time you saw Two Girls, One Cup, Dylan?
Just now. No,
Is that
when did I see it? I saw it when it came out.
You saw it when it came out, so you would have been in Humber
No.
College. You were studying comedy, and then someone was like, "We finally have beaten."
No, I was out of
Pryor."
college.
You're out of college in 2007.
Yeah, it's comedy college. It lasted a year. How
Was it
long do you
only-
think comedy college
I thought
takes?
Humber was 2 years. I didn't realize
It
was
is
a
2 years, yeah. And
Oh,
then I
okay.
I didn't do the second year really. I just signed up and then just didn't do it because it was like, oh, all these guys are pills.
This is a real
Yeah.
sidebar, but there's a comedy college in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where a lot of my friends attended. And what you learn is they all went for the first year and then just didn't go for the second year. And most people didn't graduate. Most people were like, what the fuck is this? And got the fuck. It's crazy.
Well, you do the second year is more of an internship, so it's like they basically tell you to do stand up or just tell you, hey, like the whole thing is just go do it now, and you're like, all right, and that's what I did. I just went and did stand up, and then I'd report back like, yeah, I'm pretty bad at this still, and they'd be like,
Mhm.
you're gonna keep going, and I'd be like, yep, and then that's it.
Had you written the joke about seeing a guy's tattoo that was a mermaid with tits? Had you written that joke yet?
Yes,
Or after you'd seen Two Girls, One Cup. Okay, you'd already written that joke and you'd seen Two Girls, One Cup.
yeah, it was whenever I saw Dying Fetus live, because that's where I saw the tattoos, Dying Fetus.
I don't know who Dying Fetus is. Are they have anything to do with anal cunt?
They're more, yeah, they're like anal cunt, but without the comedy. So it kind of sucks because it's like
Oh my god.
anal cunt's got fucking. I mean, you can't say any of the names of the songs, but
Certainly not.
for the time, they had some pretty funny fucking.
I mean,
Song titles.
Anal Cunt was essentially the music version of Two Girls, One Cup. There was this. You have to understand when people are.
Oh, they got
referencing-
nowhere, and then the guy is dead now. He had a stroke and he died because he
Of
did too
course he
much
did.
crack cocaine.
Of course he did. Let me just say this about this period of time. When people talk about edgelords now, you don't understand. You're ironically referencing something that was very real in the mid to late aughts, which is like dude in sweatpants, but then a weirdly classy blazer or leather jacket. Who you had to go into his room and look on a large monitored desktop computer at just a nightmare video or image. That's like, it's such a weird thing to talk about that no one, like, people do not have context for the no posters on the wall apartment bedrooms that we all had to sit in to watch these videos as well.
Or a ton of posters on the wall, because this was also like the one-upsmanship of when people would go on YouTube and show you their like favorite videos. They'd be like, okay, well now let's watch Two Girls, One Cup. This is the end of this. This was always an end in the night thing. Anyway, Two Girls, One Cup Volume 2 was
God
made
damn it.
in 2017.
No way. Like everyone, they did a sequel far too late. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is certainly the Boondock Saints of porn.
They both starred Aaron Berg.
Yeah, they both had Billy Connolly in them. Billy Connolly's just riffing out there.
Exactly.
Oh, you got two
Oh.
girls and there's one cup. Oh, wait, what,
Oh,
what
the
are you gonna
wee
use the cup
lasses.
for? What are the two girls
Yeah.
for?
Oh, the wee lass is having a wee cup of what we like to call Edinburgh cake.
Well, here's the other thing is the official
what was the
follow-up.
plot of Two Girls, One Cup 2? Because, hey, pardon me, was it Two Girls, One Cup 2 or was it Hungry Bitches 2?
It was Two Girls, One Cup, Volume 2. It was I'm looking
That's
at it right now.
incorrect.
The first Two Girls, One Cup, Hungry Bitches Apologies, has a 5.0 rating on IMDb. Two Girls, One Cup, Volume 2, 7.9. So
I mean, I've got to tell you, I'm glad to see that those audience they improved the technology. That's what a nightmare. What a nightmare. We live in hell.
and it's new actors. So that's an interesting thing. And one of my
Wait a minute.
favorite things is if you look under this, it'll be like scat play, pornography, and then you see the LGBTQ flag, and it didn't even occur to me that it's two girl. Do you know what I mean? Or I'm like, Who would watch this and be like, they're gay? You know how hateful you have to be to like that's fucking disgusting. They're gay. What about all the other stuff? I don't even see the other stuff.
Yeah,
all I
other
see
stuff?
is the abomination to the Lord that being gay is.
Yeah, all I see is two people spitting in God's face the way they are spitting shit into each other's mouths to throw up.
All right, now let's fucking
we're not watching
jack the fuck off.
No. So what was the plot of Two Girls, One Cup Volume 2?
What?
I want to know what the plot was. The plot. What was the plot?
What the plot?
I want to know what the plot was.
They shit at each other's mouth. I'll say this. This guy knew what people wanted and he gave it to them.
I gotta tell you, that is a really good point.
Although I would like it if it was like they took traditional porn plots and be like, oh, this lady's a real estate agent. I really need to sell this house. Do you want to shit in a cup and I'll eat it and then you eat it too? Yeah.
Hey,
I'm about to spend. Oh, here's my $50,000. I want to see them write the check.
Yeah.
The fucking $100,000 down payment and then just fucking there you go. I don't want to pay a high mortgage interest, so I'm giving you a better down payment. Now, pardon me, shit in my mouth.
Hi, I'm the MILF Hunter. Would you like, because you're a mommy,
MILF Hunter?
Would you like to shit?
How quick
mouth?
is this going to be porn reviews? I would love to talk about the MILF. The MILF Hunter was hilarious because he was so clearly like he was a guy who also had kids, but he called himself the MILF Hunter.
Yeah, it felt like his wife.
I know who you are, Darren. I'm the MILF Hunter.
Gary, you're fooling no one. You're not even wearing a disguise in those videos. You're not the MILF Hunter. You're the guy who needs to give me back my weed whacker.
I'm hunting MILFs, otherwise known as women my own age.
Yeah, otherwise known as 25-year-old women in the adult film industry.
So, John, wrap it up. Two Girls, One Cup. What do you think the legacy of Two Girls, One Cup was?
I mean, it weirdly closed the door on a really free portion of the internet, but also a really disgusting edgelord portion of the internet, which is an interesting thing. It was a time before the internet was anything to do with mainstream and was very fucking gross. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was mainstream. Obviously, the internet was, but like I said, before the feed,
it was one of those things where it was still a loose. It was discussed among friends, but it wasn't like the way the internet, like Entertainment Tonight wasn't then doing a profile of Marco from Two Girls, One Cup, even though 33 million people watched it. It was kind of this thing that was ignored by popular culture at large, as opposed to now where pop culture is all just commenting on shit. People on the internet who are commenting about stuff that's happening on a podcast, who are talking about not understanding a headline that they heard about on what they think is a news program and is really a blog, and I hate it.
Yeah, exactly. There's people that we have no idea who they are have videos that are 35 million hits on them, and Two Girls, One Cup had 33, and everyone knew what it was. It was also a time when things would go viral, quote unquote, for months. Like
that's true.
People were like, it wasn't like, oh, it's 72 hours. You got your fucking, like, I remember, you've had this happen to I have, where you get videos that get like millions and millions of hits, and you're like, it's weird because you're like microdosing fame for about a week on one app. It doesn't cross over into other apps. It's just like you're doing well on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter for a week, and then everyone's like, we're done now.
What's even creepier now, depending on what corner and what country you're in show business wise, is, for example, here in the United States, management companies and agencies now have trackers, and it's literally like your rating system. Like we talk about, like, oh, you worried about the social credit score? I'm like, I as a comedian have one, because they are literally looking at your numbers across the apps, and it's like you got to have these going up, and it's crazy. But you know, it's better than the other alternative, which was either that or we all have to shit in each other's mouths. Which is, I
like that though, because it's just, I gotta
tell you, I think we're about 5 years away. I will, by the way, I'm going to say this right now. If anyone involved in Two Girls, One Cup says, fuck it, I'm doing a stand-up comedy show, I'm going to see that show. That will be fucking
just in wild. Portuguese. You're going to learn Portuguese.
I would learn Portuguese.
I would like to make Two Girls, One Cup, but we'll do it, and we gotta do it the way people said they faked it. So you gotta like just shoot a bunch of ice cream in my ass, and I'll shoot a bunch of peanut butter in yours, and we'll see
course.
how real it looks.
I mean, of course. I mean, I assume we're going to dress the same way, by the way, and also make sure to vomit on each other.
I would like to say a final note is, as you said off the hop with the cameraman, I think the cinematography and how the poo just really shoots out at your face, like this would be a really good thing to watch in VR.
I mean, how this is not the first thing for the what is the Facebook thing called? The Arcadian
Meta?
Rift?
Oh yeah, that would be good. A meta thing where it's just you go into a room and it's two girls, one cup.
If anyone else would like to know metaphorically what it was like to be alive and an adult in the 2000s, just a VR representation of Two Girls, One Cup, that's what it was like. Like, it was just like, what was it like? It was like, apparently everyone had money, but everyone was sad. Shit.
Yeah, well, it was like we had no like, what do you call it? There was no not no, but like the middle class was going through less strife, so we created our own. Also, I feel like you're not really watching Two Girls, One Cup for the first time unless you have like a guy heavier than you who's leaning all his body weight on you drunk and
That's
just like saying something in your ear.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw it, I couldn't even pay attention to what the video was because some guy was like, "This is so fucking funny, man."
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Yeah, I don't feel like
I was so hammered.
I needed to be in a carpeted basement near a computer desk. You know what I'm saying? That here's the thing that people don't understand. Also, like there was a time where like the computer was kept in like the most odd part of the house. It wasn't in your fucking pocket.
Oh, it was living
like,
room. Yeah,
it was living room, or like it was in the odd part of the dining room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The other thing is, I remember watching this. It's 2007. I was still a virgin, and I was like, "These girls are pretty hot. This guy can get them to drink their own shit, and I can't get one to have sex with me. This is sad,
man. That is fucking brutal. What a way to look at that. Oh,
I was like, that's very funny.
So true. Wild.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird, but here's the thing: is the other way.
Why don't two of y'all drink each other's shit? Does one of you guys want to have sex with me? No, we'll drink each other's shit. Yeah, that's fair. I get that.
Yeah, man. I work at a second cup. Good point.
Hey, man, this guy's really good at talking to people. You got to have a lot of social skills to get two people to agree to that on film.
I mean, do you?
Don't shit yet. I haven't filmed it yet. Can I take you to dinner? No.
No, where are you going? I gotta go to the bathroom. No. What do you think the camera's for? I thought we were gonna fuck. You thought you were gonna fuck? Madam, this is Brazil. We don't make disgusting penetration
that is the other thing.
Movies here.
That is the other thing about Brazil.
Classy Catholic shit films.
That is they're probably Catholic, and B, that's what I do love about Brazil is that they're always like, this is Brazilian shit porn. I'm like, oh, Brazilian, good then. Yeah, I don't want Icelandic
like
shit
those
porn.
fucking hacks in Bogota. All right. Ooh. Oh, anyone can do it in a hotel. Do it in your mom's house while she's making Easter fucking dinner. Hey, do it that way. Two girls, one ham.
You take that kind of fucking shit spray, and I don't mean shit spray. I mean like bad shit spray to Argentina where it fucking belongs. This is Brazilian shit porn, you bitch.
Excuse me. If I wanted to see little hard rocks fall out of a woman's asshole, I would watch Chilean shit porn like a fucking idiot.
This is good.
Brazilian shit porn.
That's true.
They are hardy logs. It should look like a mudslide coming out of a wine bottle.
It did look like a mudslide.
Not fuck with me. Excuse me. Are we making Brazilian shit porn or are we making Mexican shit porn? Brazilian shit porn, as we all know, should look like some sort of chocolate cake being forced through a mouse hole. What are we fucking doing here?
The very interesting point is that these women probably have great diets to get the shit to look so good, which
Certainly.
Is why are you eating like that? Are you trying to tone up for the summer? I'm going to shit in a woman's mouth.
Oh, same reason as everyone else who comes into this Jamba Juice.
That's it now. Thank you guys so much for listening. And now me and John are going to take a pause, not only for the wonderful people that made Two Girls, One Cup, but also so I can frantically search for the next episode we agreed to. John?
I would just like to let everyone know that I have been enjoying doing this show up until this episode, and I did not enjoy seeing that. And it feels like my eyes feel differently. Also, want to remind everyone, Dylan got a father not phased by what a true nightmare of a video.
The vomiting is the only bad part.
The
John,
vomiting
next up,
is the only bad part. Who are we doing next up? Very
next
excited.
up we're doing LimeWire and Kazaa.
Of course, we're doing LimeWire and Kazaa. Very exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Please, something that I used to download a lot of porno, of course, would be
Oh wow.
LimeWire. Yeah.
Britney Spears XXX. You remember those? We're going to talk about that next week. Thank you guys so much for watching, for listening, for whatever you do. Please remember to rate and subscribe and fucking throw a goddamn party because we're going to be going live on our Patreon in 3 weeks. Have fun. Bye-bye.